So hello, welcome to At the Business End, episode number 2. Today is a very special episode. We've got the incredible John Brierley with us. Is that right?
Incredible.
Yeah, incredible John. So let's crack on with it. So John, you've had a massive career at Rightmove. Talk to us about your next stage in your career and what you're up to.
So I was at Rightmove for 12 years, looking after some of the sales teams both in the new homes and estate agency departments. And for the last 12 months, I've been working on a kind of special project for them, working really closely with agents and kind of working out their processes in terms of the customer journey, where Rightmove fits into that, and really just to kind of understand what home movers do. So I think being part of the Rightmove juggernaut as it was from the start to where it is today has been phenomenal. So really sad to leave, but really excited about what the next sort of chapter holds.
So talk to us about the next chapter. I mean, what in your right mind are you doing, leaving that job to...
Yeah, that's been asked about a million times about what I'm doing.
Come on.
I was in agency before I joined Rightmove. My desire was always...
Before
I joined Rightmove. So I left Rightmove, I left my agency and that I was working in, and Rightmove was seen as a bit of a punt. I've always been a kind of sort of a...
That's funny to look back at that, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
Considering what it's turned into.
Yeah, 2006, so we developed no products on the site. Rightmove was relatively unknown.
Was it really?
Every agent advertised in papers. The estate agency that I was in didn't even have a computer in it. And that's what we were kind of dealing with. And selling Rightmove in those days was really hard because the internet was new and everyone was quite comfortable with what they were doing. So yeah, it's quite scary how far the world's changed in sort of 12 years. But my desire was always to get back into it. And then 12 years seems to have gone in a flash. And I think the stuff that I've done over the last 12 months has kind of pieced together the blocks that I think I want my agency to be. Yeah, and
so have you worked more closely with other agencies in diving into the details of their business?
Yeah, so I've been in a really fortunate position that I was heading up a project for Rightmove, which was kind of understanding what happens to customers in the journey. So once we send a lead, what happens to them and how do agents nurture those people, talk to those people, and kind of understanding what home movers want from
Very
estate
interesting.
agents too. And I was working with 15 of the top independent estate agents across the UK, so both in London, up north. And I was in their business every day. So I was out with valuers, I was out with the sales negotiators, I would sit with their managers, I would sit in their systems, I would see how they communicated, I would see kind of the after sales process. So the last 12 months has probably been the biggest kind of leg up in regards to setting up this business, because actually I've got a clear identity in terms of what I want us to be. And that simply is to make home moving as easy as possible. So there was a survey done before I started the project, which I think is why we probably started it, which was I think home moving was rated the third most stressful life experience.
I think everyone watching would agree with that. I think it's one of the, people dread it, don't they?
They do, and they shouldn't, because actually it should be a really exciting time. And I just think it's slightly disjointed, and what I want to do is I want to take away disjointedness, if that's even a word.
We'll go with it.
And create a world where actually we can take the stress away from moving. So, if you've got kids, it's really hard to have your house like a show home all the time. Once you make a sale on your house, the conveyancing, what do you do? It's people only move on average every 7 years. It's really, really complicated, and that's why you hire an estate agent to take that stress away, and that's exactly what we'll be doing.
Okay. What part of that? So obviously people are saying it's one of the most stressful things that you can do in a lifetime. What would you think was the main cause of that? The actual moving part, the paperwork, or the whole bravado around putting the house up on the market? What's the reason?
I think it's a number of things. So and hopefully people are watching and they've moved. They might be able to kind of recognise some of these things, but I think probably the biggest one is a lack of communication, and also when you have a valuer come out to your house, you buy into that person. in most instances, you never speak to that person again because their job is to value your property, and they are valuing properties all the time. So they don't take you from point A all the way through to point B, and so you will have lots of different people
that might not know the story and
don't know you, and don't know your circumstances, and don't know your house. And someone said to me quite a few months ago, you should treat every customer as if it was your mum. And if you were selling your mum's house, you would talk about, we used to be in the living room and we talk about all this stuff. And I think that's really true. And it's really difficult to do when you've got no emotional investment into that situation because you haven't met them from the start. And so we want to take people all the way through that journey, but be part of that journey all the way through and not just in different parts.
I like it. So let's talk Lennon James. I think obviously Profile's been involved in the branding of it, but like the initial reaction from the public has been wow, isn't it? From the branding, it's fresh, it's different. I think that kind of sums up your.
I think you take credit for that, not me.
not me as the team, but yeah, I think this it really represents what you're about and how you want to move forward as a business. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think having a son kind of got me to a place where I kind of wanted to leave something behind that one, he could be proud of, and two, that he could probably fall into.
Yeah.
I never really had that and fell into property and I've loved it for the last 15 years. It's been the best thing that I've ever done. Lennon James, I want to be something that one, that he can be proud of, but two, that I can.
It's legacy stuff, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, there's something to be said about driving past and seeing one of your boards up. I kind of seem to be going a long way around places at the moment, looking at some of the places that we've put boards up. And it's just there's something.
The fuel bill's gone through the roof.
Yeah. I'm paying for it myself. Yes, but there's something to be said about seeing your board up and going, "No, we did that."
Look, hats off to you, JB. You've built an incredibly impressive career at Rightmove, and to do what you've done to go for this. I think is hugely impressive. And one thing I will say is meeting you the first time when we were talking about the business, I've never been so impressed by anyone in my life. Your knowledge about the industry and the sector really blew me away, and the passion that you had for the moving days, I'm sure we'll come on to that later, I think it's second to none. So if you can take that passion forward into the business, I think it'll be a success.
That's the plan.
Yeah, how can it not be? You know, like with a bit of passion sprinkled on anything, it'll work, surely.
Well, the thing is that I do, you know, this is my business, this is my life, and I really care about it. And the reason, because I have had conversations with people that I'm close to going, are you mad? You know, kind of you look at the economic climate, what are you doing? You've got a really good career. And that's actually the thing that excites me about this opportunity, that it is me building something. It is the team that I've built to achieve this kind of core proposition that we want to achieve, which is to make home moving easy. And it's a big goal, but I think in terms of the things that we put in place, it's absolutely achievable.
Yeah. We did a bit of a poll the other day about, I think we all did together, about moving home, what's most important. What are the results of that poll? You know, I think marketing was a big part of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all said that, because I know that if my house was going on the market, that I'd want to know that it was being marketed properly down through the right channels, and that you've got your Rightmove knowledge is excellent, so you're going to be targeting the homes to people that aren't even looking in the area and stuff. Yeah. Like we've really.
I think it's everything. So I think
it's a full package.
Yeah, I think it's not just one thing. So I think you could be the best marketing company ever. I've always said you can't sell someone a house that they don't want to buy. Right. But what you can do is you can drive as many people to go and look at that house as possible and kind of hedge your bets. And there are absolutely ways to be able to do that, certainly on platforms like Rightmove and other portals, social media, absolutely, in terms of we can get your property out to everyone and ensure that we give it the best possible chance.
Yeah.
And then there's the bits in terms of what happens at those viewings. How can you encourage people to kind of see the bits that they can't see within the house, i.e. location, all those bits. And that's about being property experts. So that's just as important as the marketing, because if you don't know what you're talking about once you get there, that's really complicated.
I suppose you're opening leads with the marketing, but then the other stuff falls into place and gets the deal done.
And then once you get, and if you're lucky enough to get an offer and you're going through, then it's the expertise to actually take you from A to B. You know, the bit of buying a property, it's a lot of admin. Most people don't like admin, but there's a lot of admin to it. And having professionals who understand that process, can talk to you about that process, take that process away from you and kind of steer you in the right direction. I think it's everything. So it's not, for me, that poll was really interesting. For me it's about ticking all of those boxes. And when we've sat down in terms of we've ticked all those boxes to make sure that we've got them all covered, to make sure that we're able to offer something different, and we've covered all those bases.
Good. So you're done with Rightmove now?
I'm done with Rightmove.
You're done, officially out of the door?
Yeah, that was quite a moment. But yeah, last Friday was my last day. So this week has been...
First week on the job. How's it been?
It's been really good, yeah. So...
ticking a lot of boxes, I suppose, yeah. Like getting a lot of admin done.
It's been load of admin, setting everything up. I've met loads of customers, so the social media and the kind of the positive response to what we're doing. I know I keep saying on my social media posts I'm sort of like a broken record at this point, but I've genuinely been really blown away by people wanting to chat about it, people wanting to chat about the market.
Well, seeing the other side of the coin, I've been blown away by the amount of support you've had from well, they're strangers to me, but obviously your friends, your family. Like, we're getting so many messages to the page, like saying, there's huge positivity around what's going on at the moment. I think it's just going to be a really exciting time, to watch, isn't it?
So that's been really good. So this week's been a bit of a blur, but it's been.
It's Friday, by the way.
Oh, good, yeah. But it's been amazing, and long may it continue. So all good. It's a good start.
Yeah. What's next then? So you're obviously talking to team members at the moment. You're looking to hire and create an A team, and then you're going to have the new website's going to go live fairly soon.
Yeah. So
how's this coming onto the market? You're talking to people.
So
talks about in the near future.
So we've been lucky enough that we're taking properties on, so that's really good.
Wicked.
So I think people have wanted to chat. I think the great thing about working for Rightmove is people have really kind of wanted to understand about the market. Is it a good time to buy? Should they be nervous? Should they not? And so that's been really good. It's been great to meet people in their houses and talk to them about why you're moving, what you're doing, how can we help, all those bits and pieces. And that's been phenomenal in terms of the response. And lucky enough that people decided that they want us to look after the property move, even in these early stages. And what happens next? We deliver on the promises that we've made to people. So got a great team in place. We're chomping at the bit to get going, and we're hoping that we're going to launch fully in probably the next week or two.
So there's a bit of political uncertainty at the moment, not economic. Is it worrying starting a business in that time, or you happy? Worth talking about for?
Yeah. So I think that you can probably talk yourself into reasons not to do anything. I agree. I think even with this business idea, I think the sleepless nights where you go, do I need to do this? This is a good time. And
I don't think it's ever a good time though.
And it's probably never a bad time either.
Yeah.
In terms of situation, I look at this as a real opportunity for the property market. I think that the last 12 months, certainly in this area, has been kind of stagnant growth, if not a little bit of negative growth in terms of property prices. But I think if you look at the factors and you take away the Brexit element, there's an increase in demand on Rightmove, there's pent-up demand, people want to move. So they've seen a 5% increase since we came back this year on year. There are people out there. I think vendors need to price sensibly. That's a good thing. I think in terms of getting mortgages, it's never been easier to get a mortgage. The 100% mortgage is back, 95% mortgages are readily available. You've got Help to Buy available for new build properties. The base rate's at 0.75. That's probably going to go up. I think if you look at it from a calculator's point of view, and I think the people that I've spoken to have gone, if you're going to make a long-term investment, i.e. you're going to move into a property for the next 5 and 7 years, it's probably a brilliant time to move. If you're looking at a much shorter
time to buy,
it might not be. What happens in Brexit will happen in Brexit. But in terms of, in my own opinion, I think the next 6 months represents a brilliant time for people to put their house on the market and sell and move up the ladder. And there's great opportunities available. Yeah,
good. It's good time to be a buyer and a seller.
Good time for both. I think it's, as long as you're realistic in terms of, I think, and the vendors that I've spoken to in terms of, everyone wants top dollar for the house and everyone wants to buy at the cheapest amount. And I think as long as you can get those levels right, you will probably sell your house and you will find something that will, and if you're moving up from a 3-bed semi to a 4-bed detached, naturally the gain will be in the 4-bed detached over the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So I think as long as people understand that, then there's a lot of room for movement. And actually, everyone that I've spoken to is fairly kind of open to those conversations. And again, I think it's just guidance and manoeuvring and understanding where the market is and what do you want to buy and why are you wanting to buy that. People have circumstances, kids, jobs, all those bits and pieces. And we live on an island and we don't build enough houses to deal with the demand. So bricks and mortar will always be a sound investment if you play the long game, and that's always played out. I believe it will always continue to play out. And on that basis, in this period of time, and you look at all the kind of industry forecasts, which I know we post on our social medias to try and inform people as much as we can, all the forecasts are suggesting massive double-digit growth over the next 5 years. So that represents a real good sound investment, which you won't be able to get in banks, you won't be able to get anywhere else. So if you add all those factors in, actually it represents a really good opportunity for people to either get on the housing market now, or B, to move up the chain and actually kind of safeguard your investment.
That's impressive. I love hearing the stats and the industry knowledge. So anyone watching this now, where are Lennon James targeted? Wrap this area? Yeah,
so we're covering Huntingdon, St Ives, and the villages.
So there's some lovely surrounding villages around there as well.
Yeah, beautiful, and it's a good market here. We absolutely don't want to bite off more than we can chew. For us, it's not about taking loads of properties on. For us, it's all about the service,
delivery,
and making sure that we build and deliver on the promises that we make to our customers. So we're in the first instance, we're not going for massive numbers. I've got a brilliant team behind me in terms of that are built to ensure that we deliver on the kind of promises and commitments that we are making to people, which is to make home moving easy. And that's really, really exciting. What the future holds, who knows? But I'm really excited about what we're going to be able to offer, because I think if I was moving and I've got a young boy and then James is my boy, moving would be a big deal for us. It would be stressful. It would be an inconvenience out of my day-to-day life when I'm working. You know, do you have the time, inclination to really go, oh my God, it's really stressful, please help me. And I believe there's probably lots of people like me who kind of go, just help. Just help us through this process as much as you can. Just keep us informed, talk to us about what we need to do. We'll do all the things that you need us to do, but just tell us what it is. And the business has been built on those foundations. Good.
Well, I think we should wrap it up. We're probably pushing 20 minutes and everyone might be full of
They're still with us.
But thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
mate. An absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Anyone looking to move house or follow our journeys, please get behind Lennon James Property on social media. I've been Matt from Profile Digital Agency. Thank you for joining us, and catch us again for episode number 3. Thank you.